Is LinkedIn good for authors? Heck yes it is. And in this video, I'm going to give you tips and best practices so that you can optimize your LinkedIn profile as an author. My name is Charlie Hone. I am an author myself, and we created Scribe Book School to help experts, entrepreneurs, and executives to write, publish, and market their books. So your LinkedIn profile is a big marketing opportunity if you're an author. But don't just think of it as a way to sell books. If you're a self-published nonfiction author, your primary goal isn't to make money selling your books. It's actually to use your book to make money in other ways. So for instance, your book can help you attract the attention of influencers or recruiters, can help you find new clients through your LinkedIn network. It can open doors so you can segue from your current job into a new career. And because LinkedIn is a social media platform that's uniquely designed for professionals, it's especially powerful for boosting your credibility, highlighting your relevant skills, and reaching your target audience and generating leads. So whatever your larger objectives may be, your LinkedIn profile is a great tool to help you meet them. So now I'm going to explain how you can optimize your LinkedIn profile to make the most of your status as an author. Tip number 1, optimize your author brand. Before you do anything else, you need to focus on your author brand. Now, an author brand isn't about how good your book is. It's about what problems you can help your readers solve. And your author brand creates a first impression that tells readers why they should be interested in what you have to say. It also indicates why they should choose you over other experts in your field. A strong personal brand helps you build visibility, establish your authority, and make an impact. So here are the 3 steps to creating a strong author brand. I'm going to focus on the basics, but you can actually read more about them in depth in our article below. Step 1 is to define your message and target audience. Strong author branding clearly addresses your target audience and tells them, here's how I can help you and why I'm the person to do it. Step 2 is to define your expertise. Your author branding is different from your credentials. Readers don't necessarily care if you have a PhD. They care about what you can do to help them. So what's going to convince your target audience to trust you? Step 3, project that brand everywhere. Make sure it's aligned on every platform you use, your website, your Amazon profile, your social media profiles, and of course, LinkedIn. Tip number 2, claim your custom URL. What's easier to remember, Chad Smith or Chad-Smith-AB260B52 ? Obviously. It's much easier for people to find and remember you if you personalize your LinkedIn URL. Creating a custom profile URL is really easy. Just go to your LinkedIn profile. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll find a link called Edit Public Profile and URL. Click that, and now you'll have the option of putting in a custom URL. Most people just use their name, but you can add your brand if your name's already taken. For instance, if you've created a fitness chain called Body Right Studios, you can make that your URL. Just remember though, your author brand is a lot more effective when it's about you and not your book. Using your name also leaves the door open in case you write future books or open businesses with other names. So if you can, try to stick with something short, memorable, and personal. Tip number 3, create a great LinkedIn banner. Your banner appears at the top of your profile, behind your profile photo. Now, if you want to stand out from the crowd and build instant credibility, change it to a personalized banner that profiles your book. It should follow many of the same rules that apply to your book cover. It should be distinctive, it should have a clear focus, and indicate what the book is and who it's for. Now, if you aren't gifted in graphic design, don't waste your precious time making this yourself. Hire the same person who designed your book cover, or find a freelance artist through a service like 99 Designs or Upwork. Your banner photo should be either a JPEG or a PNG or a GIF file, and it needs to be smaller than 8 megabytes. The recommended dimensions are 1584 pixels wide by 396 pixels high. Tip number 4, add a professional profile photo. You'll need a high-quality profile picture that fits your brand, with heavy emphasis on fits your brand. So if you wrote a book about growing wealth, don't use a casual iPhone photo that your wife took of you on your last vacation. And if you're a comedian who wrote a funny memoir, don't use a traditional business suit style headshot. Your profile picture should have the same tone and professionalism as your book. So think about what will appeal to the social networks that you want to reach. What do you want to signal? And who do you want to signal it to? Now that you know that, find the photo that best communicates that. Tip number 5, create a short, clear tagline. Your LinkedIn headline is really valuable real estate, so you want to use it as wisely as possible. Your tagline has to be short and clear. And if your profile page turns up in a LinkedIn search, you want people to immediately know what you have to offer. That way, they'll be more compelled to keep reading or send you a connection request. Your goal with the tagline is simply to build credibility and make it totally clear who you are and what you do. So you might include your job title, your area of expertise, or any special relevant skills. You should also use keywords that jump out to your target audience or easily turn up in a search engine. So let me give you some good examples. So it could be your role at a company, we help X do Y. Or it could be author of book, or international speaker, I help X do Y by Z. So before you go with your gut, stop and really think about what will actually make a difference to your target audience. Optimizing your tagline is really all about what's going to generate more profile views for you. Tip number 6, write your about section. So the about section is the summary section of your profile. Think of it as the landing page people see when they first click on your profile. Someone who reads it should be completely clear on who you are, how you can help them, and what to do if they're interested in your products or services. So a typical formula for this section is what I do, 2 sentences on the value that you provide, how you do it, where you give a quick look at your process or the features or the offer, who you work with, a quick explanation on the types of businesses and industries that you serve, what people are saying, so client testimonials, that sort of thing, and your background, why people should trust you, and then finally how they can contact you. That last bit should be a true call to action. Do you want them to visit your website, contact you by email, send you a connection request? Whatever it is you want them to do, tell them to do it, and then give them the most relevant contact information. Tip number 7, add your featured items. This is my favorite part, where you can add articles, links, videos to the featured section and ensure your profile visitors see them. For example, you might choose a manifesto representing your philosophy on your topic, a link to your book's page on Amazon, a link to high-profile articles written by you, a link to high-profile articles talking about you and your book, a link to your company's website, a link to a specific case study or a video on your company's website. You can add as many links as you want, but only a few of them are going to display on your front page. Viewers will have to scroll to see the others. And that means you need to decide which assets are most important for profile visitors to see. Tip number 8, describe your role clearly and concisely. LinkedIn has a lot of powerful tools for showing off your credentials, your achievements, and your author brand. And no matter which section of your profile you're working on, keep this in mind. Describe your role clearly and concisely. Do not use jargon. Make what you do obvious to anyone who visits the site. Don't overcomplicate things. In fact, actively try to simplify them. Keep your writing short, simple, direct, and reader-focused. No one's going to want to get in touch with you if they can't understand you. So let's look at some examples of great author LinkedIn profiles. Carlos Maestas. Carlos's LinkedIn page is a great example of an author LinkedIn profile. The first thing you see when you visit his page is a banner featuring his book, Mommy Lied to God. Carlos's book is all about storytelling, and while there are actionable lessons in there, it's also full of humor and authenticity, and those attributes came through in the photo that he chose. Carlos's author photo was clearly taken by a professional photographer, but it's not a boring business headshot. And the About section of Carlos's profile is clear. He's broken all the components I mentioned into separate paragraphs, and that makes it easier for readers to find the information that they need. And then at the very end, there's a clear call to action with Carlos's contact information where he asks, "Want to connect? If you're a mission-driven organization looking to simplify and spread your story, send me an email." Another example is Dr. Nasheter. Dr. Nasheter also has a striking banner image featuring her book, The Leadership Pin Code. It's simple, clean, and direct. One of the most notable aspects of her profile is the tagline. It's more comprehensive than some of the examples I gave, but she's organized it in a really clear and intriguing way. It says CEO at Progressing Minds. My mission is to create engaged leadership for healthy cultures through applied psychology. Author, TEDx speaker, HBR contributor, Forbes Women Forum. Now, if you scroll down to Nasheter's featured section, you'll see that she has included more than a couple links, but the first two are clearly the most important: her TEDx talk and a feature her book received in Harvard Magazine. Another example is John Ruhlin. John created a custom URL for his LinkedIn profile that's simple and memorable: linkedin.com/in/John Ruhlin. And he also has a striking banner image. Unlike the banners on Carlos and Nasheter's pages, it doesn't feature an image of his book. Instead, it's just the one-word title: Giftology. And the red and white is eye-grabbing. The banner also makes the visitor curious. What is Giftology? That question alone will keep them reading. This is personal branding at its most distinctive. So there you have it, our top tips and best practices to optimize your LinkedIn profile now that you're an author. Did we miss anything? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about author branding and marketing, you'll definitely want to check out one of our other videos.